Hey Watch fam, I hope you're all very well. Happy Sunday. I thought I'd get a quick video out today. I haven't got a video out maybe for probably a couple of weeks since I got the bluesy. Yeah, since I got the bluesy, that was my last video. Guys, welcome to the channel. My Instagram handle, you can follow me there, is steelmoon_watches. Steelmoon_watches. Let's get a video out today. Just before I move on, I am wearing the S&P 300. S&P 300, very happy with the watch. Very happy with the watch. I've had a bit of food poisoning in the last week, so I've literally survived on very small rations, like, you know, just having to trickle feed the body just so that it restarts and does its stuff. But long story short, I bought some salmon from a very good reputable place, supermarket, but it was already cooked. I was just, you know, chasing the protein, but within a few hours it was literally game over for me, and pinned me down for about 3 days. So guys, what should I do the video on today? I wanted to update you on a few watches which I've sold. A few watches which I've sold this year, and give you an insight into why I sold these watches, how the collection's changing, why the collection is probably getting a bit tapered. If I'm honest with you, it's getting a bit tapered. So that's about it. Guys, what have I sold in 2022? Well, quite a few of you have asked me, you know, in the comment section and sometimes on in my DMs, Michael, have you still got the Panerai? No guys, I haven't got the Panerai anymore. I've let the Panerai go. I really enjoyed my time with the Panerai. The reason I let it go at the time was two reasons. The Panerai 1033. The first reason I let the Panerai go was that it was the second blue watch on my collection. The GP was the main blue watch, and then the Panerai was the sort of, you know, second blue watch, and it wasn't getting as much wrist time, although I really liked the watch. But I think maybe it wasn't getting much wrist time because something about the Panerai started to bother me, and it's actually really insignificant when you talk to normal people, but I started being bothered by the faux vintage markers. There's something about me not liking bullshit, and I guess being a watch enthusiast, I felt like the faux vintage markers were bullshit. Just the color of it was, you know, I just don't like it. Like, it is or it isn't, you know. So it's pretty much like when they released the Mustang maybe 10 years ago. Brand new body, brand new chassis, suspension, engine, everything, but they kept the old speedometer, the old gauge cluster in that Mustang, even though you could have like about 120 color combinations. But in that Mustang they kept the old gauge cluster, and for me that was always a bit like, just let the whole thing down, move on. So yeah, it's gone. I really liked it on the strap, which I spec'd for it. I ordered a custom strap. So that's one reason why I let it go. Blue, it was a second blue and the faux vintage markers. The second reason I let the Panerai go was because I started to realize after a while that it wasn't my favorite Panerai. I realized that my favorite Panerai, in fact, was the 233, which was one that I was cross-shopping the 1033 with. And I've been thinking about the 233 for a while now, or I even almost purchased the 233 recently, up until I went and got myself a bluesy. So yeah, that's one watch which has gone this year. Another watch which has gone in 2022, guys, is my Sea Dweller 50th anniversary, the Mark 1. I let that go finally. Beautiful watch, beautiful balance, you know, the proportions of it spot on, everything. Why did I let the SD50 go? Again, I'd say probably two reasons. You could say three reasons. Number one reason I let the SD50 go, it was just too heavy for an everyday watch. Too heavy as a main watch. Like, it weighed 195 grams. I've slimmed down the last few years. I feel watches more on my wrist now than I did before. I just feel watches more on my wrist, seriously. It's a weird thing. I wish it wasn't, but it is. So that was one of the reasons. The second reason I let the SD50 go was, actually I did discover one proportion which didn't go to my liking, and that was the size or the thickness of the bezel in comparison to the dial. Because I never knew that the actual dial of the watch, the inside the circle of it, is still a 40 standard size dial from the Submariner. It's just that they built everything up around it, and that was that. And once that finally clicked, I thought, no, it just bothers me. So that's the second reason, that bit of proportion. Third reason, the SD4K came along. The SD4K came along and it was like, mate, get out, I'm here. So that's the SD50 story. Third watch which I let go this year was the Date Submariner. I let that go because the SD4K was around, the SD50 was around, and it was just surplus to requirement, like too much similarity with everything. Lovely watch. Also these days I like to have a date on my watch. I really like to have a date on my watch. So God, I look lopsided in this sort of video. I don't know why. Maybe it's the way the camera is. So I let the Date go, and I let the Date go at a really good time, like a week or two before things started going down. Like I let the Date go at a really good time. I got a good price for it, and I was happy with that. It was a great watch, but at the time it could not have been any better for me letting that Date go. Put it this way, if I didn't sell the Date at that time, I would have had to stick to it for a while. I'm happy I let the Date go. So that's 3 watches I've let go, guys, this year. What's the 4th watch that I've let go this year? And a lot of you, none of you, I don't think any one of you know this. And I'm just wondering, are there any other watches that I've let go? No. So the 4th watch, guys, and the final watch in today's episode that I let go was my prized Girard Perregaux Laureato Blue 42 I let it go, guys. I let it go, and it was just for good reason. Let me tell you something about my feelings about the watch. I think it's a beautiful watch. It was designed before the Nautilus. It's stunning. The dial is stunning. The texture, the design, the little pyramids on it. The bracelet, everything feels lovely on it. The finish, the in-house movement, the brand, the horology. Everything was awesome about the watch. The silky feel on the wrist. I mean, that watch, first time I tried it, was just wicked. But there was one thing, and I wrestled with myself for a while. And I thought, no, I'll keep it. I love this watch. But the fact of the matter is, I could not get the right bracelet fit for me and the GP Laureato. I could not get the right bracelet fit. It was either half link too big or half link too small. And when it was tiny bit too small, it was like tight. Like I felt it. You can deal with it for a few hours, but then it's like it was a relief to take it off. And that shouldn't be that way. Put half a link back in, and it was just too loose. It was just too loose. It was floating around like all the way here, like at the bottom. And you know, my wrists are strange in that sometimes, you know, my wrists are decent size, but sometimes they can be a little bit straight here. Whereas some people, the wrist changes between here and here. Mine is just like the same. So if the watch is good here, or a little bit too big here, it will just slide down. And I hate stuff around here. I don't like it. Don't know what that bone here is called. And then I just put the GP back into storage, and I was like, no, it can't be this way. You know, maybe I'll bulk up for the GP, or maybe I'll trim down for the GP. And I thought, no, I'll buy a strap. I'll buy a strap for the GP. That way it will be like, I'm sure I'll get the right fit. But then I thought, you know what am I doing here? I'm going to buy a strap for the GP just so I can wear it because the bracelet can't give me the right fit. And that was that. I decided, you know what, I'm letting the GP go. I was really annoyed, you know, with all the hype around the GP and beautiful box and everything, but fact of the matter was that it was either too big or too small. It wasn't my size. And this really highlights the coolness of micro adjustment on clasps. You need to have micro adjustment, because if it's half link in or out, and that's your that's your lot, there will be people that get stung by that. It's like some people who buy straps, one hole's too loose, one hole's too tight. So yeah, guys, I let the GP go, and I'd love to have one again at some point. I really would. I think the new green dial GP Laureato is stunning. The green one is wicked. It may be even nicer than the blue. I don't know. But yeah. So guys, let me know your thoughts. 4 watches have been sold this year. I'm tapering down. I will get to like a really small rotational collection, and then I'll probably bail it all off eventually anyway. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on the Panerai going, a replacement for the Panerai. Let me know your thoughts on the sub no date going. Let me know your thoughts on the SD50 going. Let me know your thoughts on the GP going. I really like the GP. There was something about it. It was a statement in that I've always liked the underdog. I've always supported the underdog. It was a statement against the whole Nautilus, against the whole AP thing. It was a fantastic statement to that effect. And you know, the sizing's not right. The sizing's not right. It's a manufacturer fault. They should sort that out, because I just thought it was a lovely watch. I loved wearing it on special occasions and nice places. But I shall post a video in the next couple of weeks, guys. I'm just putting my head together after, you know, this recent food poisoning that just really banged me out, like really put me out. I've never had food poisoning like that before. Maybe once at university, but that might have been alcohol poisoning. I don't know. It was wild times. Guys, look forward to reading what you put in the comment section. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye.